Okay, Cosmoteer. This is one of my favorite games right now. I have just started this game. We've made one modification to the ship. So this game is all about designing your own ship in, squares basically. You have square tiles on a grid. And you design your ship however you want. But it's a physics-based game as well, so you have to think about placement of your thrusters, think about placement of your reactor with regards to the things that it's powering, and crew management. I've got it on 1/8 speed right now just while I explain this stuff. I'll get into crew management as I kind of have to get into it, and I'll explain it as I'm doing it. But just off the top of my head here, it's really important to, once you have more than this is a starter ship, so all I've got is one laser blaster here, laser blaster there, a shield generator, like very few things to actually take care of here. So I only have one set of crew quarters, so I haven't had to assign crew any roles. But if you're familiar with games like RimWorld, Dwarf Fortress, in that sense, you can actually designate certain crew members to certain roles, which will make everything on your ship more efficient. Repairs, constructing new parts, etc. So right now, I'm going to try and get more storage, I think, and go out and salvage some asteroids and try and take on a couple of these fugitive bounties. I've been pretty lucky. I've run into a few fights, and I've been able to loot the aftermath of the fights. So I'm going to hail the station. This is how you interact for trade under the trade tab, big cube. Hyperium, that's a resource that I need for hyper jumps. So you can sell it, I've found, pretty early on. I haven't gotten that far into this game despite the time I've put into it. It's a pretty hard game. But this is used as hyper jump fuel. So if you need money in a pinch, you can sell some, but I would save it if you have the room. Hyper coils, coils, steel, all these resources are used to make new parts on your vessel as you customize and expand your ship. But I did just get a lot of extra steel, so I'm going to sell quite a bit of this. Steel's good to keep because it's handy for repairs immediately after a fight when you're not near a station. Enriched uranium, same thing. That's used for building things on your ship. If you just hover over it, it'll tell you value of radioactive fuel used to construct reactors and other advanced ship parts. Get a couple extra bucks. And now I'm going to make a few adjustments to my ship. The only thing I've added so far is a larger storage bay at the back. I'm getting a real space trucker vibe right now with the long cab. So the changes I want to make, I think I'm going to add more armor to the front and pull the engines back a bit. I do have a bit of money for this, so. Ooh, actually, I'm going to hail the station here. And because I have so much money, I have 13,000 just from selling and turning in a few bounties, that I'm going to go to the blue ship. Blue ship? Blueprint. Purchase blueprints tab here, and probably, I don't know, I'm thinking about heavy laser blaster because it really packs a punch for some of these fugitive bounties. Cannons are pretty cool too, but then you have to carry ammo. A large shield generator would be awesome. Small hyperdrive. I think I'm gonna get a... I think I might research small hyperdrive. And a disruptor. And a mining laser. I think ideally I turn this guy into a bit of a salvager initially. And then I may even buy a second ship and keep this guy as a dedicated miner salvager. Ooh, I'm gonna add more storage before we leave and move some parts around. Keeping with our space truck traditions here. Add some crew quarters. And so I don't know if this is a good idea, but they're still kind of protected by the shield. I think they are protected by the shield, and then I just need to reinforce the rest of this with armor. Because once these guns get destroyed, that's my shield generator's fully exposed. So this may not be the greatest idea. We'll see. Because that's not a lot of armor either. And because I've added 2 new weapons to the front, I'm probably also going to need to get more crew, which is why I added new crew quarters. I think 2 is all that I can afford. And you'll see that they come across from the station. Okay. We are out of money, and hopefully the disruptors work and aren't just a burden. But I won't be as fast because I've made myself heavier and haven't added any new jets. Back to the asteroid field now. These are usually filled with bad guys. So for salvaging, mining, stuff like that, I usually keep it on ×8 speed. Unless that happens. So anytime an enemy comes within range, the game automatically slows down to 1x speed. I'm gonna go after this guy, test out these new disruptors. So if you click once while your crew is away mining, that alarm will sound. And your ship will not take off until everybody's back in it. I think I'm going to get an ally in this fight. Okay. So another thing you can do is pause the game, obviously. Even if you're playing co-op, you can pause the game, and you can target individual enemy systems. Sometimes that means guns. Sometimes that means you're targeting engines to send them into a drift. And if you can actually punch through any one part and destroy the cockpit, control center, anything that's kind of integral to command and control the ship or the reactor will usually blow a ship right apart. After every battle, when a ship blows apart, I can zoom in here, you'll get frame pieces that your guys will head out into space and weld down, I guess, like arc torch down into pieces and bring back to your vessel as resources. Now, it's important to have enough storage for the resources. But salvaging ships that are destroyed is a pretty good way I've found to make money and to get resources for adding new pieces onto your ship. So what they're doing right now is carrying, I guess, enriched uranium from the reactor core into the disruptors. And they'll carry them, all these green container points here on everything. So you need to try and keep as much crew as you can on your ship at any time so that they'll carry these power cells to everything. And asteroids. It goes much faster if you have a mining laser actually attached to your ship. Or if you have a ton of crew, it works really well. But most asteroids, they'll be marked with whatever they are. Fe is iron, I think. And Au, gold, for instance. Tr is titanium. So you can kind of, zoomed out, you can kind of see what they are. Zip your ship right over to them and start mining. The music kind of sounds like space horror music. This might not go so well, but I need to get everybody back on the ship. This could be it. Oh no. Nobody's in the guns or in the shield generators. Ooh. So he's only got one cannon. Hopefully I can do some damage to that one cannon before he does too much damage to me. Ooh, that's not good. That thing's on fire. Somebody's trying to put it out, but he may have died. And so up here in the top right, you can see the enemy ship. Get out there, fire extinguisher guy. So fires can destroy your ship. Nice, nice. No, he's in the fire. Okay, if you're quick, you can repair it, even if your ship's on fire. If you're out of the fight, or if the game deems your kind of situation safe. So I was able to click on repair there and repair a lot of these parts. I think that's because the enemy has no more weapons and can't hurt me. It might be based on the last time you were hit. Okay, so that was crazy. If that fire had been able to spread down to the reactor, we'd be done for. So I only have one fire extinguisher. I think one of the next things I add to the ship is going to be another fire extinguisher. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. Put it up at the front. I think that's a good idea, since most of the combat is going to be impacting the front of the ship. I'm not sure how these disruptors are performing. They don't do a lot of damage. But I think they swivel, so I may be able to position them slightly differently and then put more weapons above them. Is everybody on board? Okay. Check the hull quickly. See how much storage we have left. Tons. So I have a lot of these spaces free. These are also 2 storage rooms. I think what I'll try to do is head for another bounty, and usually they're in asteroid fields if I haven't detected it yet, but I'm coming through a few, so if we stop by any copper or gold, I'll stop and get that. Or play sensibly, since I play everything basically like an Iron Man, and I'll be restarting if I get destroyed. Stop, mine the stuff that's in front of me, and stop at the station on the way by. I've read several reviews that compare this game to Factorio in terms of streamlining things on your ship. You can get moving walkways in your halls to expedite your crewmates transferring reactor cores and things like that to pieces of equipment that need power. Right now I'm going for copper, and I'll get this Hyperium over here. I usually save the Hyperium until the point where I actually have to jump. So far, I've only actually made it into the second system on a career playthrough, but basically, from what I can tell, you hop into a system, you go to the local starbase. There's usually 1 or 2 that'll give you a bunch of missions, and you can do the missions in that sector before jumping into another sector. Now there are factions here delineated by the you know, the red, yellow, and the blue, and you can actually make an enemy with the factions if you destroy their ships, and a lot of their ships end up converging on you because you flag as an enemy for them. I don't know how long that lasts, if there's a temporary time for being wanted, but yeah, now you know. Attacking faction ships is dangerous, but that's kind of the gist of how you progress through the game. Now I also haven't bumped into too many crazy huge enemy vessels yet. I'm hooked on an asteroid. So that's interesting. That's something else that you can take advantage of in kind of dogfights out in space. You can position yourself on the opposite side of some asteroids. I just need to make a quick change on YouTube, and then the game should resume. I should be getting full here. Then everybody will come in, and I will zip to a space station. Sell everything I just got out of the asteroid field, and then head for some of those fugitive bounties. But I might add some more armor or another shield. I'm not sure. So like I said, I don't mind selling enriched uranium every once in a while, but as you start getting a more advanced ship with more advanced parts, processors enriched uranium aren't very easy to come by, and they're required for a lot of advanced ship portions. I like that when you trade station staff, come and offload your ship. I'm pretty interested to see how building your own space station looks, and if you can do trade or anything like that on it. So while your ship is offloading, you can do anything you need to do: build new parts onto your ship, add new engines, etc. You can even communicate with the station, and it all just kind of happens real time while you interact with the station. So I like this explosive charge here, this concept. A small explosive device that can be manually detonated, primarily used for deliberately splitting ships into multiple pieces. I've got this vision where I build out a framework kind of shield in front of the ship and separate it from the actual vessel with explosive charge. Use it to get close, like basically bring your own shield to a fight. Does that make sense? I'm going to try that out at some point for sure. Carrying on in... Oh, I can't even carry on in good space trucker fashion. I was going to bring this down to the end. So I have 2 disruptors, 2 lasers. I've got full crew. Now, everybody's still kind of doing everything. Once the ship gets a little bigger, I'm going to start making very specific roles. We have 2 fire extinguishers. I think I need to... Now, you know what? We'll just take it as is. Save some money. And see what I can't do here. So first things first, I'm going to head to this bounty and then swing around. Try and catch all 3 if I can. Avoid the pirate base for the time being. And swing back through the asteroid fields. Now I have a tag there that says wreckage. I usually put one down if I can't immediately loot a vessel or salvage a vessel. So as soon as I see the ship appear in the top right up here, I'll pause the game and select my target. So he's only got 1 cannon, which is good. These guys aren't that bad. So again, if I'm zoomed in on his ship over here, then it'll show my ship in the top right. And I can even size that up a bit better to see how much damage he's doing to me. So I'm not sure if you should avoid shooting the storage bay, because it does send their stuff spiraling into space. I also wonder if it destroys their stuff. I think if your ship's maneuverable enough, circling around the back and destroying the cockpit should be the goal. To speed things up for looting purposes. You can decorate your whole vessel as well. Decals, color. You could make your own little designs, lettering. I've got the single malt with the fringe resistance symbol, and this is supposed to be a tiny glass of scotch with an ice cube falling into it. Supposed to be. Okay, 1 down. Sometimes these bounties are surprisingly difficult. This one will not be. So, something you can do is kind of, you can hold in the right mouse button and position what angle you're going to make your approach on. So I'm going to do that and then hold shift and try and, yeah. I don't know if that'll work. Probably not. He's trying. So if you've got the thrusters and the weapons facing the right directions, my ship is fully front-oriented here for its firepower, but I was just trying to demonstrate that you can maneuver mid-fight and get your better angles, because if you can take out a ship's reactor core, even at a strange angle, because like, certain cannons, for instance, have penetration ability, so they can punch through armor and actually go right into a reactor core or a storage room filled with ammunition. I don't know if that explodes, but that'd be awesome. If it doesn't, somebody should mod that in. The game's also still early access, so maybe it's coming. I like this. You can stay zoomed out to kind of keep an eye on any incoming traffic. But you can still make your ship screen large here to see that your guys are still doing their thing, not hooked on asteroids, not being destroyed. They're not full, they're just not doing anything. There's a pirate base right there. I'm going to avoid that. Go right down to the... I'll take out the other bounties. I'll make the pirate base kind of my last stop. And then check out some unknown signals. Oh, there's still a lot of ship left. Tons of ammo. Okay, we still have quite a bit of room too. I might even be able to add a storage compartment here on the fly. Sure can. It's space truck. I kind of always end up with this design, and I don't know why. I'm going to try to make it a little more efficient by adding walkways up and down either side of the storage containment units. We're definitely about to start getting slower. Not that much slower. When you open the interior of the ship, you can hear the different music. It's pretty funny. So we've got a crew member manning each gun at the moment, a crew member in the cockpit, and then the rest of the busybodies are running around ensuring that small reactor core cells get to all the engines, and once the guns start being fired, to all the guns. That's not good. There appears to be more than one. Now, upside, this guy might start shooting at this target. Downside, he might just start shooting at me right away. If I can disarm this one and then turn towards the pirate hunter, we might be okay. Oh, he passed me right by. I was lucky. If he had turned to get involved, it might have been bad news. Oh, I think I just accidentally killed that dude. Well, I mean, not necessarily accidentally, but... Awesome. So I think it's better if you keep the reactor intact. Okay, not good. I've got a bunch of guys out. Not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm done. We're done for. It's okay. But, as with the rules of every Iron Man game. So normal and normal. Combat difficulty in this game doesn't make any sense to me in terms of its stacking difficulty. So we have Grand Admiral. It just means you take more damage and deal less damage. To me, difficulty should come through, in terms of combat difficulty especially, should come through how the AI utilizing the same rule set as you functions better than you or I can. So I think Captain difficulty in this game makes the most sense. It means normal damage done to one another, like same. And as for economic difficulty, how challenging earning credits, fame, and resources will be. So Architect says normal resource drop rates, normal money, normal fame. I can see this one down here, Starlight, maybe being used if you really feel like you've conquered the concepts of the game and building, very efficient vessels without much waste. However, again, Architect here and Imagineer free build. That's interesting. Can build anywhere, anytime without using credits or resources. This would be a good way to test the game out, but then they have creative mode for that. But I think career with Imagineer makes a lot of sense for testing out combat and things like that in different scenarios. Something to play with later. But Captain and Architect and the Model S, is it the S or the C? Yeah, Model S. This is kind of my favorite vessel to start with because it comes with a small shield generator. And the small shield generator is invaluable in the early fights because you take way less damage. So I do like that I can also take every single bounty mission there. So I'm adding more storage because a great way to earn money early on is using asteroid fields for resources, and the more that you can get, the better, right? I'm going to go try a fugitive right off the hop here, though. And I'm going to be doing everything a little more quickly this time. So I could actually be a little smart and bring the... Since the fugitive is already after me, I could bring him back towards this guy. Nah, he was running as soon as he saw me turn. So what I like to do is aim at their guns right away. So my shield's holding. Awesome. And now I'm going to try and blow his reactor apart. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'll go for the... Is this a hyperdrive? That might be a hyperdrive. I'm going to try and go for the... Oh, they're done. I was going to try and look for the cockpit. Well, if I just tear the ship apart around them, there's people in here. Hope you got your EVA suits on. Destroy pirate base. Holy. I'm going to head to the clear asteroid field and fugitive bounty. That means there might actually be a fight going on in there between the two different groups of pirates. Let's see what this looks like. Oh. Okay, that guy's back there. Yeah, these guys are definitely fighting down here, or were. So somebody just got destroyed here. Fanged fighter. Awesome. So I just need to make sure none of these guys close with me now. While I'm doing this, because this is how I got caught last time. I was tearing apart a ship and another one closed on me. I did not react quickly enough. I would have been fine in that last game if I had had crew on my ship. Instead, he had sort of just free fire for quite a while. It still says clear asteroid field, but there was something up here, which means something else got destroyed. Small defense platform. Usually just get mostly what you get from wreckage is steel. Which makes a lot of sense. There should be more wreckage because there was another... I should have tagged them. So you can drop waypoints down here on the bottom right. There's a button for dropping waypoints, and if you see a fight that you know is a fight, so you see an unknown contact triangle up, and you see a gray one headed towards it, and then suddenly there's one. If you can catch that in time, you can actually mark it, just drop a pin on it, and fly to it whenever you want. Oh. Nope. Oh, come on, my stuff. What? Wow, these things are coming from everywhere. So that missile must have missed me. I have to go get my stuff. Heck yeah, I do. That's a lot of uranium. Oh, not good. Maybe good, actually. If he's coming through here, he might actually attack that. This is something else that's pretty cool. I don't know, however, if a platform will shoot missiles or a ship will shoot lasers at your EVA crew members, because they might. Because right now, I mean, I'm safe, right? I could be looting this even while being shot at and kind of getting the resources I need to repair myself. Yeah, I absolutely did not get back all the material that I just lost, so I can answer that question. That if you destroy a storage container, you're not going to get all of its contents. It just makes sense. Speed mining. I saw some builds on the workshop where people had made essentially super salvagers. These ships whose they were purpose-built, multiple mining lasers, multiple storage units, a lot of thrusters for escape, a lot of heavy armor so they could take hits while retreating. It was pretty interesting. Really cool build. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money, but there are 2 bounties I can turn in. Once I destroy this, if we can convince one of these ships to destroy this platform, oh, we're good. We're good. That platform is done for. So, see this? So I'm going to drop a pin platform. If it's not dead, it will be hurt. Slow down. Slow down. Real question is, do we go for it? Okay, it's only got one missile launcher, right? I think we can do this. Keep ourselves pointed at it. It's got to be hurt. It'll keep the missile launcher turned away from me, though, guaranteed. Break through the armor, hit the missile launcher. Oh, wow, it took pieces off of me. I should have just punched straight through for its reactor. What was I thinking? Awesome. Okay, I'll collect what it blew off of me. Oh, there's another ship up there. Okay, so that's why. It just destroyed another ship as well. That's awesome. So I'm just repairing everything that got damaged. I guess you can just click repair all. But if there's fires or anything like that, it's better to prioritize the parts that are on fire. Let me get this first, and then I'll go get the defense platform. That's going to have a lot of missile material on it, which is awesome. Researching a missile launcher is not that expensive, and it's super effective. Probably one of the best features about this game is that when you're on 8 times speed, if something comes into sensor contact, it drops it down to ×1. But if you put it back to 8 times speed after it's dropped it down, it will not drop it down again, even if you start getting shot. So that's another good way to finish some of these early game bounties, is try and time your approach with some of the other neutral spaceships in the region. Because as you can see, it gave me an opportunity. They weakened this missile platform before I got here. Same with the other platforms in this asteroid belt, actually. They were all taken out largely by neutral spaceships in the region. But I'm able to claim that bounty. Anything valuable here? Not really, just steel. I'll leave this pin here, and head back. Gonna have to make some color changes here. The Fringe Battleship Single Malt. Bounties first. Keeping the missile parts. Oh, I only got one. I really expected them to have a lot more. So again, I'm keeping the enriched uranium for advanced ship parts. Same with hypercoils, coils. Steel, it's good to have a lot on hand for last minute builds and combat repairs. I may end up coming back here to buy a bunch of these missile parts in a second. Okay. What I need in here is a hyperdrive. Or crew quarters. I could do crew quarters. Yes. And one more storage. Is this the new Starsec? This is Dextrose. This is so cool. I'm gonna buy a heavy laser. I can't. It's so useful early on, and like I said, I really want to buy a missile launcher, but I'll hold off. I think I'm gonna get. I've never done standard cannon. So I'm gonna sell my tiny lasers. Oh, why am I in combat? What? This thing actually attacking the station? This is madness. I don't have any lasers. Of course I don't have any lasers. Get away! I mean, don't mind if I do. Okay, that was wild. He did hit me twice, though. So what I'd like to do, as I was saying, is put 2 large lasers on the front. Okay, number 1, and I can add another fire extinguisher there. Oh, no, why did you do that? There we go. Fire extinguisher. So far, so good. Another fire extinguisher? That's 3. Yeah, honestly, why not? I don't think you can have too many fire extinguishers. So we've got extra storage. We've added cannons. Can I add structure out here? No. I could add structure. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying something wild here. See if I can mirror this. Okay, okay, hold on. Temporary. So this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of a build up to this idea where I build out a huge frame of like a defensive ring almost. That's light because it's all done with structure. Okay, and I'm able to put these shield reinforcements, these hard armor reinforcements, kind of everywhere to intercept incoming missiles while still allowing fairly clean channels for heavy weaponry. I don't know where this is going, but... so I don't have enough crew, it seems, for this laser. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. This poor... Oh, man, everybody's kind of 2, 4, 5, 6. And I didn't hire any new crew. So I'm going to have to get some... money. Okay. So, we're going to have to go try and limp through our first fight with our 2 new lasers. That was crazy that that ship actually just went ahead and attacked the space station. I haven't seen that yet. So, my lasers are unmanned. My shield generator is down. This is not good. My little shield things did not work. So right now, right about now, if my lasers got manned, that would be swell. So this is where crew designations come in, like having people doing what you want. So I think I did not take into account that the lasers require 2 people each. Hopefully this storage container can hack it for a little bit longer. So I've got 1 shot that I can make right now. I'm gonna try and take that. And I've got no crew in the guns. Not good. Just lost shield generator. If he takes out the cockpit, I can't actually fly anywhere ever again. Time to go! Let's see if it can keep hitting that rear storage container. I'm dead. This is game over again. Oh yeah, there it is. Reactor shots. Okay. As I wrap this up, demonstrating how difficult this game can be, is I'm going to finish with an Imagineer free build game here quickly and try some combat using an unorthodox model of ship. Okay, so here we go. We have all the blueprints. We have everything. Cockpit. Okay. We're going to build out around a bridge. We have a full bridge. Corridors. Do you think this works? Yeah, it does, because it has multiple doors. Nice. You can have a lot of fun designing ships in this game. So my thoughts here are our central crew boxes are going to be for broadside cannons. Our front four are going to be for bridge, large shield generators, and forward weaponry. And these are going to be all my engineers. They're going to control all the engines on the ship, along with this reactor here is going to control all the engines as well. So we'll toss an engine room, maybe one right here, and stick all of our... We have our engineers to man the engine room, and we'll have all of our thrusters around them, because adjacent thrusters get a huge bonus here. What does it say? Increase the power of adjacent thrusters by 50%. Also acts as a central delivery point for adjacent thrusters to which crew can deliver batteries without having to travel to each one individually. So I think whatever I attach to these gets fueled right from the engine room, as opposed to from... having batteries put into themselves. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. We'll see. So we're gonna have to build out maybe a framework to get to the... So we have forward, we have stopping engines. Cannons. I definitely think we go cannons. Or we make this a missile boat. Oh, how cool would that be? Yeah, so these are going to be our gunner rooms, right? Missile boat sounds super cool. One there. One there, one there. Launcher, missile and mine boat. Even cooler. Wait a sec, I may have to delete these. Fire extinguishers? For sure, fire extinguishers. In the storage room. See, I always forget about the need for fire extinguishers near everything. Ooh, those aren't gonna work. Why does the door have to be so far down? Oh, that works too, I think. No, it doesn't, because there's no door. So far, it looks like a slug. Slug? We'll call it a slug. You know, I could afford to make this a lot longer. And these would all fill with missiles, forward shields. you kind of get the idea. I would have way too much fun and spend the next 2.5 hours building this out. Instead, I'm probably going to do that off stream and save everybody the headache of listening to my creative process. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out this game with me. And thanks for sticking around through 2 brutal deaths. If you caught the stream, I appreciate it. If you're catching it later, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you want to see more Cosmoteer, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite games. It's still in early access, and there's already a ton of mods. So I'm going to be diving into some of those as well. Anyways, thanks for hanging out.